What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Planetary Reviews, and I am so happy and so overwhelmed that I'm here to give you guys my review for 2018's Halloween. I was very excited for this movie, extremely pumped. I wanted to see this film. I wanted this to be the movie I wanted it to be. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Michael Myers. He is one of my favorite horror movie villains of all time. He's simple, but he is also one of the most iconic faces of horror for me. I love the mask. I love the simple just black janitor outfit. I love his just intensity when he kills. I love how he's just silent. I just love it. I love this character. I love the lore behind him. Some of it not so much, but I still have a soft spot. Even with the worst Halloween movies, I still could watch them simply because it's Michael Myers. And there was a lot for me to put into this film. I was like, I want this to be good, because they did do this a while back, way back in I believe 98 with Halloween H2O, where it was another whole 20 years later, and now it's finally gonna end. And then we see where that turned out, and it went to Halloween Resurrection. I don't think I've still fully moved on from the pain that movie causes me physically. But anyway, let's talk about this one. This is, just to explain where in the timeline this takes place, this pretty much goes Halloween 1, nothing else happened. Halloween 1 from 1978, and then we have this. This movie takes place 40 years after the events of Halloween, all the way back in 1978. And we have a older Laurie Strode, played beautifully by Jamie Lee Curtis. And she is like a war veteran almost. She is ready. She's been training. She's been very prepared for anything. She is ready for Michael to come back just in case, so that when he comes back, she could take him down herself, so that she can be ready to take him down. It is incredible. She is just such a strong woman in this movie. When I saw her, I was like, wow. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I couldn't believe how just incredible she does at playing Laurie Strode at this point in her life. She's an older woman, but she has the strength of this 20-year-old. You don't even notice her age. She is just strong. She has the spirit of a fighter, and you feel it throughout this entire freaking movie. Because during this film, guess what? Michael Myers gets free. Well, who would have guessed? But then, stuff starts going down, but this time, the biggest thing I gotta commend this movie for is that it didn't have the villain feeling like this overpowered super villain hero type thing with superpowers. Yeah, at times, obviously, with the whole teleporting thing of his, that he could just appear and reappear places. Yeah, we still see that, but the great thing that I really loved about this is that the villain seemed vulnerable. He could bleed. He wasn't this godlike creature, because the best thing is, there was usually the heroine, people are running away constantly from the hero. In this movie, hell no, there is no running away whatsoever with Laurie Strode. She is like, no, he's free, we're going after this guy. We are gonna attack him, and we're gonna make sure he goes down. And that was the coolest twist for this movie. The fact that it wasn't him just killing everybody, screaming and running away. No. It felt like we were on equal ground with Michael Myers and Laurie, as they're both dealing with this situation in a different way. He's trying to find her while just going on a rampage, and then she's trying to find him while he's going. Then when they finally get head to head, oh my, it was like two lions going after one another. It was incredible. There were so many good moments, so many good action scenes with this one. I absolutely loved it. When the music came out, I got to talk about the music in this movie. Once again, obviously, it's John Carpenter's great Halloween theme, and it came on every time it needed to, and it was great. The mood was set perfectly during each scene thanks to the music and the cinematography, because again, the way this movie was filmed, you could tell that they really did love the original Halloween. So it really does show in the way they filmed this movie, with the way they show their panning shots, where Michael is, where Laurie is during certain moments, how the action scenes go down, the lighting. Everything about the way the movie was filmed was excellent. I saw everything. There was no moment where I was like, ooh, that was shot a little weird. Ooh, the editing was jumpy. It was excellent. And when it came down to the kills in this movie, outstanding. Seeing some of the kills that Michael Myers has in this movie was great, very well done, but it wasn't exaggerated. It wasn't like just absurd amount of gore, absurd amount of killing. No, they did some killing to keep you going and keep you engaged with the action, but for the most part, it wasn't needless. It was very needed for this. As he was going through the town and she's searching for him, it felt like it was a logical way of things were going down. It wasn't like, oh god, just unneeded gore. It all felt necessary, and nothing felt too outrageous, too in your face, because man, this movie may not have the suspense that the first movie did, because I'll admit, it was not a scary film. I did not get scared, but that's because I've seen so many horror movies. So maybe if you're not experienced with horror movies, you don't watch them as much, maybe you'll find this scary, but for me, it wasn't scary. That was the only thing, and that might just be because I'm just so used to these movies. I know the formulas, I know all the tropes. So that might just be me, but the part that really stuck out for me was that this movie was very action oriented. It felt like just a war going on between these two, with the town being the setting, and it was just an excellent roller coaster ride. The plot was very interesting, but not too complex. We've had that down the road, like in the past with Halloween movies, where they start going a little crazy with the lore. We don't need any of that. We didn't need any of that. This kept it simple. Michael Myers escapes. Laurie Strode's ready for him. Boom, we got ourselves a movie. There you go. We got some dead bodies, but then we also have very compelling characters. We have Michael Myers himself, which is an interesting character, even though you would think he wouldn't be too interesting because he's just silent and he kills. But some of the things he does, I do find myself interested every time he takes a kill, and just how he does things and how his mannerisms are. I've always loved that about his character. But then we have Laurie Strode, who is just very engaged and ready. She's broken, but at the same time, she's strong because of what happened to her in the past. Yes, does she have a strain with her family? Because the movie does do a good job of portraying what this would do to a person's relationship with their significant others, with their kids and stuff like that. The movie does a good job of showing that, but it doesn't make it the centerpiece, because that's not what we truly care about. Yes, we want details about that, but what we really want to focus on, the Michael, Laurie, boom. That's what we wanted. And damn it, that's what we got. At the end of the day, guys, if you're a huge Michael Myers fan like I am a huge Halloween fan, this is the movie you've been waiting for. And dear God, I hope that they just this is it. Let this done. Finish. That's it. End it on a high note. Be done. Because at the end of the day, Halloween 2018 gets a very solid A+. Guys, I am so happy with this movie. Like I said, I'm sorry if I went all over the place, but there was just so many good things to talk about in this movie. I couldn't believe it. I loved my experience in the freaking theater. It was amazing. It was electrifying to be in there. I was so happy, guys. But I want to know what you guys thought. If you guys are longtime horror movie fans, Michael Myers fans, what did you guys think? Did you guys think it was good? Did you guys think it was maybe not as good as the original? Because to me, I think it took everything that the original had and just elevated it. And instead of just trying to outdo it in scares, they tried to just give us a good story, compelling characters with some excellent action, and some great kills. This movie was fun. I haven't really walked out of a horror movie this pumped, I want to see it again. That is how happy I am. I want to immediately see this movie again, and I just saw it about an hour ago. So, guys, before I keep rambling on, that's all for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My next review is probably going to be Soul Calibur 6. As for movies, I can't really tell you what I'm going to review next with movies, because I'm trying my best to balance college, work, and this channel, but I'm trying to give you guys content every week. I'm trying my best to give you guys reviews, so bear with me here, but I was definitely going to make sure I can give you guys this review. But those are my plans for the future, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and have a great Halloween.